Now that the little Honda's running good, let's make it look a little bit nicer.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. The 1980 Honda CT70 Mini Trail 70. Well, we got it running in the last episode on this bike, and now we're going to work on improving its looks a little bit. We're not going to do a full restore on this thing. You can sink as much money as you like into these things. They're going to always have a fixed value, and while I think it's a cool bike and I'm probably going to hold on to it for a while, it doesn't have a whole lot of connection with me. I never had one of these when I was a kid or anything like that, but I love having a little bike around, so we're going to put some effort into making it better. Let me show you what I have and what the plans are. Some of the parts have come in already here. I have a set of fork seals and dust boots. I got a new spark plug cap and a new spark plug. I have a shock grommet. One of the grommets on the rear shock for sure is destroyed. And I started on the exhaust. I took the front heat shield off. Let me show you why. I think I might have covered this in the last video, but yeah, you can see right through it. It's cracked really badly right here. And there's a couple other little pinholes in it, but the next couple of days I'm going to be going over to my friend's house. I own a welder and I know the basics of welding, but I am not good at welding, and I definitely don't trust myself to weld through this thin pipe. So he's going to attempt to weld that. I'm replacing the spark plug cap because this one's got this tape on it. I'm not sure exactly why. So I just ordered one. It was cheap, and spark plug also reasonably priced. I'm going to take these forks apart at my friend's house because he has a metal lathe. I started to clean this one up a little bit with some sandpaper while it was mounted on here. You can see what the other one looks like. So we're going to just chuck this up into the metal lathe and then either run some sandpaper or some Scotch-Brite over it. The best thing to do, replace these fork tubes, but the 1980 model, I think it's only 1 or 2 years that they made these particular forks. And these are next to impossible to get, no longer available. So I'd have to try to find one off of a parts breaker. So we're going to just clean them up the best we can. I mean, fortunately, the lower section here isn't bad. I don't know how far these things travel, but up into this area, it's going to affect the fork seals. So hopefully they don't travel all the way up, but I think we'll be able to clean them up acceptable. Also, I would like to, if this exhaust is able to be repaired, we'll paint the whole thing. And I'm going to remove the brake pedal, the foot pegs, the kickstand, paint all that. This is going to be a, and that'll get us pretty good. Since I made the last video, I took the speedometer apart and I did a repair on it. The spring inside of it was broken and I repaired it. It works, but it's not amazing. Let's see how well this thing fires up. Sometimes it doesn't kick through because the Kickstarter runs through the clutch, and sometimes this thing just slips. Oh, well, it's never going to start with the spark plug off. But it did at least kick through the engine. There you go. One kick, and the lights are working. So yeah, if we can't repair this exhaust, I have found online a place that sells a reproduction exhaust for under $100. The other thing that I want to do, but I don't think I'm going to get to it in this episode, is obviously the wheels and tires. These tires are old. They are severely weather cracked. And as you can see, the rims, the wheels are rusty. But I haven't decided exactly what tires I want to get yet. The ones that I do want to get are out of stock right now. So we will get to that, but maybe not in this episode. I think with a little bit of spray paint and some cleaning, this bike is going to be a real decent looking machine. And once that exhaust is either fixed or replaced, it's going to sound a lot better. It's way too loud right now, but let's get at it. Yeah, we were due for a spark plug change. And if you've never replaced one of these before, they usually just unscrew off of here most times. And what you want to look for is to make sure you have some clean wire on the end. In some bikes, if you take that off and it looks all corroded, green, ugly like that, you can just cut off like about 1/4 of an inch. But this one looks good. I'm going to screw that new one on, install the new plug, and that will be done. Funny how just a little thing like that improves that area. So let's move on. I'm going to pull this brake pedal off and we will get that cleaned up. Looks pretty simple. Cotter pin there, washer, and cotter pin there, and a washer and a pin. And we just got to remove this spring. Should be easy day. Got the high-tech paint booth out here. Everything's got a couple coats of satin, whatever I had laying around. Took everything apart, did my best. Well, I won't say I did my best. I put an attempt in. So we're gonna put this stuff back on the bike and we'll see how it looks. I always think it's the little things like this that make or break a bike. You know, I cleaned up the hardware a little bit. Don't just paint over it. And put some new split pins, cotter pins, depending on the part of the world you're in there. So that's looking pretty good right now for that. And I think I found some tires, so maybe I'll get the tires before I wrap up this video. But pretty good progress for today. Didn't work on the front forks. Exhaust being welded. I got one fork disassembled, other one starting to be disassembled. And then
there you go. I got that thing out there for you. How about
got the washer out. All right, excellent. Dave's doing his best over here to try to put an exhaust back together. We're in work cleaning all the internal parts here.
Internal parts. Internal parts.
And we got some gobs of weld on this. Oh, it's still hot now. It ain't pretty, but I'm gonna have to grind it down a bit to get this collar over this. Oh, wait, it's pretty close. I'd really like to test it, see what this thing sounds like. But Dave did a nice job welding that up for me.
I mean, it's better.
Little lathe polishing. Well, I apologize for not getting any action shots of getting these forks together. Maybe one of my buddies who was at the garage with us there got some, but we did get the forks back together. You can still see all the pitting, of course, but it looks a little bit better, and we do have new seals, new dust boots, and there's actually fluid in them. There's no fluid left in those forks. The exhaust welds got ground down a little bit. I don't know how much more I want to grind those down. I'm going to fit the exhaust shield on there, make sure it fits, and then we'll take the whole thing apart and put some black barbecue paint on there. But this thing sounds immensely better. Let's see if we can start it with the old crocodiles on, we should be able to. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. So it's good. Exhaust is sealed up. And we'll see if my tires show up. Maybe we'll get them in this video. Got some high heat barbecue paint on the exhaust. Painted the rear shield just with some satin. And the front shield with the same barbecue paint. And I'm missing a little isolator piece right inside of there. I made a temporary one out of some aluminum foil just so it doesn't rattle. I'll probably order that up. Also touched up this little air cleaner cover there. But we're coming along. We'll see if the tires show up. According to USPS, I should be getting my tires today. So we're going to start breaking down this wheel. And we'll repaint these rims. Clean everything up the best we can. So I'm getting some good video evidence of how this goes back together in case I mess it up. But it looks like all the nuts are on this side. All the bolts are on this side. Valve stem's on this side. Okay, let's roll. Metallic silver. I even painted the bolts. Waiting on the tires. They should be here any minute now. We'll see. U.S. Postal Service came through. Got some nice Bridgestone trail wings. Correct size. Correct tires for the bike. So I'm going to get the nicely painted pieces together and we'll see how she looks. I decided to do the front tire today too. Sun's going down, but still got some time. Got everything sanded, painted. We'll reassemble it, get it on there. Well, here we are, two new tires, freshly painted wheels. I took 5-10 minutes and put a little bit of plastic polish on the front fender and a little bit of polishing compound, wax, whatever, on the frame. And it does look good in the video, but you know, it does have some defects. Some paint defects there, a little bit of rust back there, a little bit of rust on the back fender. Swing arm is probably arguably the worst. And on this side, some more scuffing and missing paint on the back fender. But not bad. A little bit right there. But this thing is a 46-year-old rig at this point. Little tear in the seat. That's unfortunate. That's my least favorite part. I looked up the color match paint. I said I wasn't going to paint this thing, and I don't know. Should I paint the swing arm and the back fender? Maybe leave the frame alone? I have a reproduction sticker kit, but I'm going to wait on that. I have some more parts coming for this, which I'll probably do in the next, maybe the last video for this thing, as far as fixing it up. This headlight shell is in bad shape. Somebody messed with it here. I think this isn't the correct trim ring for this, and it doesn't have the sealed beam anymore in it, which is good. But I ordered a headlight shell. It's actually this whole complement of goodies, but it's off of a Honda XL80S, I believe. But it should be coming with a horn, turn signals, reflectors, speedometer, all this stuff, the headlight. I'm hoping, but I don't believe, that the speedometer is the same size, so I might end up switching all this stuff out for the stuff that I get That speedometer goes up to 60, which, you know, will only use that much of it, but that's okay. So if I end up putting that stuff on here, I'm going to try to save all this stuff and not modify anything. So the original stuff will still be good. The repair I did on the speedometer, it works, but it's not accurate at all. But it would be nice to have a little bit better headlight shell and the turn signals in the horn, which, like I said, everyone rips all that stuff off when they get these, but now everyone wants them to be back to stock. Oh yes, I think I'm going to order some mirrors as well. Just kind of get this thing complete looking. And yeah, it's a decent looking little rig. It's turning out really nice, I think. And no reason for me to fully restore this thing, you know, strip it down, powder coat everything. No reason for me to do any of that. I like it as it is. It looks really good. Doesn't look perfect. Fork legs. Nothing I can do about those unless I find another set. I will be keeping my eye out. But the fact that it's mostly complete, that's great. Locating the rear turn signals is going to be an issue. And I don't really want to put some little Chinese ones on there. So if I can find some that look stockish and make something work, I will. I believe that is where they mount. Back here it looks like there's the wires for them. But there's supposed to be some kind of a brace back there. None of that stuff is available anymore, so you got to find it on the used market. Little bikes are a lot of fun. They're fun to work on. They're fun to ride. They're just awesome to even look at. So, and working on these older Hondas, it's always a blast. Because people love them. You know, you take this thing out, everyone's like, oh, I had one growing up, or my grandpa had one, or whatever. It's exciting to have a little classic bike. And it fits in well with the old Honda back here too, which we have some work to do on that, so stay tuned. That being said, if you're enjoying my content, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down there somewhere, and if you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.